Hi friends and welcome. String formatting is the process of inserting a string or any variable into another string. This is not the same as string concatenation, where two or more strings are joined together using the plus operator. Say we have a variable name called user information, whose value is your name is and your age is. String formatting provides a way to insert any variable or a string into the original string, which is user information in this case. As of now, Python provides 4 ways to achieve this string formatting, each with its own pros and cons. In this course, we will explore all the 4 techniques and learn when to use each. Without any further delay, let's get started. The oldest way to do string formatting is to use the interpolation operator. You are likely to come across this in a legacy code base. Let's declare some variables. Name equals Alex. Message equals your name is. For you to be able to insert the first variable, which is name, into the message, we can make use of the interpolation operator. To achieve this, we put the %sign at any desired location in the string, followed by S. The S indicates that the variable that will take this position is a string. Other variants include D, which is used to insert integers. Although we haven't yet covered numbers, that will be covered in the next chapter. The same thing for decimal values and binary format. Once we have specified the position where we want to insert a string or variable, next is to write the interpolation operator immediately after the string, followed by the variable name or string that we want to insert. Let's print out the message. Print message. Great. We have been able to successfully insert a variable into a string. One point to note here is that you can directly specify the value to insert instead of referencing a variable already declared. We can use the value directly. Let's say the name is Ray. That works. When you need to insert more than one variable or string using the interpolation operator, the approach is slightly different. The strings or variables to be inserted are enclosed in brackets. Let's consider another example. Age equals 9. Your name is and your age is. We are using letter D immediately after the interpolation operator because we intend to insert a whole number. To specify the variables or strings we want to insert, we make use of the interpolation operator again, then brackets. Then the variable to insert, name, age. Remember that the order matters. Name represents the first operator and age is for the second variable to insert. Let's run the program. In this example, taking note of the order is important, otherwise there might be a mismatch for variables to insert. For instance, let's reverse the order. Age, then name. Since age is a number, let's replace this by D, and name, which is string. Let's run the program again. As you can see, the result now is your name is 9 and your age is Alex. That is a mismatch. We need to be careful with the order. The interpolation operator provides a way to eliminate the need to remember the order of variables. To achieve this, the variable names and the corresponding values need to be enclosed within curly braces. Instead of using brackets, we make use of curly braces. The name of the variable needs to be enclosed in single or double quotes. Name, followed by the value, which is name. When we mention name here, which is a variable, the value would be taken from what we have defined on line 1. Let's do the same thing for age, which is the second variable. Remember to separate each of the variable with a comma, then the value of the age. Take note that we can also use the value directly instead of using a variable. Before we execute the program, we need to mention the variable name, which is name. It is a string, and age is an integer. Now let's run the program. The good part about this is that we don't need to remember the order of variables. We can change the order by mentioning the age first, then separated by a comma. This is going to give us the same results. Let's try it out. As mentioned earlier, You are allowed to mention the value directly rather than referencing variables already defined. 8. Wait. Let's execute the program. Great. The string.format method is an improvement over the interpolation approach. This method allows you to insert variables into the string by using curly braces as placeholders. In this example, we are using the variable names we have already declared. You can also mention the values directly. Let's run the program. This method provides a more flexible and readable way of formatting strings compared to the interpolation approach. Take note of the order of the variables. Name maps to the first placeholder, while age maps to the second, and so on. You should also note that the number of placeholders must not be greater than the number of variables you pass to the format method. For instance, let's put another placeholder here. This is going to throw an error because the expectation is that you want to insert 3 variables, but you have only provided 2. Let's run the program. The string.format method allows us to specify the index of each variable in curly braces. The index refers to the position of each variable, starting from 0. Let's use the same example. We can specify the index of the variable to occupy this position, 0, 1. Remember that index counting starts from 0. The first variable or value will be 0. The second would be 1. Let's try that out. This produced the same result. Let's reverse the ordering. 1, 0. Great. Python is going to throw an index error if the index does not exist. The first value or variable is 0. The second is 1. If we try to use index of 2, which does not exist, Python is going to throw an index error. Let's see that in action. Error. This shows an index error. Just like the interpolation approach, the string.format method also allows us to mention the names of the variables in the strings. This provides a more readable and explicit way to insert values into the string, making the code more easier to understand. We simply need to mention the name of the variable in curly braces, age, and we need to say name equals the value, which is name, age equals age. The second name in this format method is referencing the variable we have already declared and put it here, but we are going to go by the variable name. The variable name here, which is age, is taking its value from what we have declared on line 16, which is 9. Let's run the program. With this approach, we don't need to bother about the order of variables. We only need to put the names of variables as placeholders. Python 3.6 introduced a new way of formatting strings called f-string. You just need to put a capital or lowercase letter f before the string and the variables to include in curly braces. Name, age. It is as simple as that. Let's try it out. You are allowed to put expressions because f-strings are evaluated at runtime. That is when the program is running. I can decide to do name.upper, which is a string method we have discussed. Let's see the results. Let's do name.upper, age plus 1, which is a number. Let's run the program. We are able to do this because f-strings are evaluated at runtime. Template string is another tool for string formatting in Python. To use it, we need to import the template class from Python's string module. From string import template. Let's declare a variable name equals Alex, age equals 9, message template equals template name age. The template string is enclosed between the opening and closing brackets. A string template uses the $sign followed by the variable as a placeholder for the variable to insert. This means we want to insert the value of a variable named age. The same thing applies to the variable named name. Once we have declared the template to be used, we can use the substitute functionality to insert the values of the variable. Message equals message template dot substitute, name equals name, age equals age, print message. We are using the substitute functionality that comes with the template to insert the relevant variables. Like we have mentioned before, we can also make use of the values directly. Let's run the program. Great. If you are working with untrusted or user-provided data, using the template string technique is a recommended approach to avoid security issues. The template string class ensures that user-provided data will be safely substituted in the template, preventing potential security vulnerabilities like code injection. If the data is not user-supplied, consider your Python version. For Python 3.6 and above, use fstrings. For older versions or compatibility reasons, use the string.format method. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video.